it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Hey Howard, it's Wednesday, September 7th, and it's an 8A. Sheena, I heard there's a big field hockey game today, and if I remember correctly, you're on the team. How are you guys feeling about it today?
We are so excited to have our first game of the season. The game is home at 4 p.m. for JV and 5:30 for varsity, so you guys can come out and support. Okay, now let's say the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America,
and to the
republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Seniors, make sure to check your Canvas messages for information on how to obtain a parking pass. Reminder, you need a parking pass to park on school grounds.
Allied Soccer officially started on Tuesday, September 6th. If you're looking to join in on the fun as a peer partner or player, information can be found outside of Coach Castellucci's room B205. All are welcome.
Do you have a vast vault of knowledge? Would you like to showcase this knowledge? Do you like using quiz buttons or game shows? You should join the It's Academic team. Come to our practices on Thursdays from 2:15 to 3:15 in room A214. We have games running every week by our coach and game show host, Dr. Bowling.
Are you interested in pursuing the health field after high school? Future health professionals will be having their first interest meeting this Wednesday, today, in room B206 after school. This meeting will have lots of information on how to join the club and on what the club is about. We hope you all will attend.
Objection. Howard Mock Trial is having an interest meeting on Wednesday, September 7th in R120 for the upcoming season. If you want to practice public speaking, acting, critical thinking, make sure to attend. DM their Instagram at HOHS Mock Trial for any questions.
Seniors, order your sweatshirts now. We plan to have them by homecoming. We have sweatshirts, long sleeve shirts, and short sleeve shirts. You can add your name on the back of any item. Ordering closes September 16th, no exceptions. The link to order can be found at howardteniors23.itemorder.com/shop/sale.
Attention students. BSOP Liaison Ms. Thompson is seeking students interested in reading children's books to preschool and elementary school students. Students will read a diverse variety of children's books to a virtual class. Book reads occur during your lunch shift. If interested, sign up with Ms. Thompson in N120 or email her at anishathompson@hcpss.com.
Today, September 7th, after school, there is a meeting for anyone interested in being a leader for the Bible Study Club called The Den in room B103 at 2:15. The following Wednesday the 14th, we will hold an interest meeting for anyone who wants to be a member at the same time and place. We hope to see many new faces. Now let's go to Mr. Novak with some important announcements.
Good morning, staff and students. Happy Wednesday here. So it's Wednesday, and that is our Flex Time Day. So we've had a couple Flex Time days. We kind of started off the year with that. But Wednesday, we're getting in the habit now. Every Wednesday is a Flex Time Day. And we put together a little brief presentation just to talk a little bit about the different uses of Flex Time. In addition to Flex Time, which you have come to learn and love every week here, new students, you'll get to understand what we do with the different types of Flex Time. We also are implementing a new program this year called Rotating Study Hall. So we have that built into our video too. So right now you're going to take a look at this brief presentation, just a narrated PowerPoint, and then your teachers have a couple questions for you to be able to share and think about in relation to how you can make use of this time. How can you make sure that you are successful this year using Lions Time, using Flex Time, as well as Rotating Study Hall. So take a look, enjoy, and then third period will be dismissed at the end of Flex Time. So see you then.
Hello, welcome to this brief video on the Howard High School Flex Time and Study Hall programs. This is a quick presentation just to give you some details and summary of the key points of what you need to know for Flex Time and Study Hall this year at Howard High School. So, for those who are new to high school, or perhaps if you're new to Howard, or for some reason you have no clue what Flex Time is, this is that period of time that is scheduled on Wednesdays. It's after second period. So it runs from about 9 o'clock to 9:30 a.m. And so this is something that we do every Wednesday. It could look a little different though, depending on the day. This is a additional time for us to build in for different activities that we might need to plan for. And one is just kind of like today. This is a roar session here. So a lot of times this will be some kind of social emotional learning activity that we incorporate into the school day for all of the students to experience. It also could be some kind of special program. Maybe it's voting for class elections, something like that. You also have, and this is probably the most common one, Lions Time, and this refers to academic support sessions. This is a time for you to go to a teacher, get help with an upcoming quiz or test, maybe a project or a paper you're working on. You can also make up something like a quiz or a test if you have time during that period. So key thing for Lions Time, it's all about the academic support. We can also use flex time for club meetings. It could be a smaller club, one of the ones that you're involved in, maybe Dungeons and Dragons Club is getting together, or the Black Student Union officers are getting together during the club meeting time. It also could be something bigger, such as an SGA student voice activity. So it all depends on what's happening and what's going on for that specific day. Some examples of upcoming flex time activities. We mentioned clubs there. We mentioned a couple clubs going on. Well, you probably want to know a little bit about what the different clubs are that you can join here at Howard High. So next week on September 14th, you will have an opportunity to learn more about the different clubs we have here at Howard. You also get a chance to meet with the club sponsors and the members, so you can kind of get a chance to connect with them and see what the clubs are all about here. Another activity there that's coming up in November as we get closer to Thanksgiving, we want to give you an opportunity to give thanks. Give thanks to all the different staff members who make a difference for you here at Howard High School. So more of that to follow as we get closer. But those are the types of things that you can expect during a flex time activity. If you want to know when they are all scheduled, it is in the agenda book, so you can take a look. But here on the screen, it gives you a rundown of all the different types of activities there, whether it's a roar, a club, or Lions Time. And you can see that some months we don't have all of those things. We do have sometimes Wellness Wednesdays. There's half-day Wednesdays that are scheduled throughout the year, so obviously we're not going to be having that. And other things going on. Maybe it's one where it's exam week, midterms or finals, or we have something like PSAT going on the Wednesday. So you can see up on the screen, most of the time we're talking about 4 for the month. Sometimes we're talking about 2 or 4. Just all depends on the month and how we have to schedule all the different flex times. You will need to have a pass for Lions Time. So you can, in order to do that, you're going to have a QR code that you're going to fill out. We have some of our computer science students who are working right now on finalizing this process of how this will work. But there will be a deadline for you to get this pass signed or kind of sign up for Lions Time the Tuesday before Lions Time happens. So let's say Lions Time is going on September 21st. Well, then you need to have your pass signed up for the 20th. Stay tuned. More details, more specifics coming out on that. But just want to make sure that you know that you are going to need to have a pass for this process. So new for 2022-2023 is a rotating study hall program. Last year we heard from a lot of students 2 things. One, it was difficult in transitioning from 4 classes to 7 classes, feeling a little overwhelmed. So that was one piece of information we got. The other was just the fact of homework in general, just the workload, not just having 7 classes, but just being able to just have time to get it all. We know that you're busy, in addition to academics, you are involved in activities, athletics. Some of you have jobs or other commitments at home. So we want to make sure that we are providing some balance for you and giving you some little downtime to work on some things. So what we did is we had developed a rotating study hall program. Starting in mid-September, each department will be assigned a week that they could then have a study hall. Teachers are going to designate the day during their assigned week. So just because it might be English study hall, every English teacher might not have the same day that week. So they're going to pick what's best for their schedule that week. No new work is assigned on this day. So when you have study hall, it is not like, all right, now here's some stuff for you to work on during the period. No, it's about connecting back and catching up on some of the things that you haven't had a chance to complete. You are going to have time to work for that class, or it could work for any course, really. So just because you have an English study hall doesn't mean that you have to be doing work for English. It could make sense because you want to do some work and get some help or ask questions of the teacher. But it also could be something for you to work on math or work on another assignment. Teachers could use that time, as I said, to provide some instructional support. So they might want to sit there and say, hey, we have a paper, you have study hall time, but I'm going to be having a chance to connect with students who, want to have paper conferences, who want to discuss the upcoming essay that's due. So that could be something that happens. You could be doing makeup assessments. As I said, Lines time is one time to do it, but then you also might want to schedule that during the study hall time. And of course, fourth period classes, because they are longer classes, it will only use half of the class time. So you would not have a 90-minute study hall. It would only be a 45-minute time frame. Just like the Lions time schedule, the flex time, we do have the study hall rotations in your agenda book. So you can plan for these weeks for each of these study hall dates. What you can also do then is, as your teachers start to give that information, you can use your agenda book, go to the specific date, and then you can then identify that as a study hall so that you can plan ahead as you're thinking about, all right, well, when do I have time to complete certain assignments? You can then factor that in for your planning purposes. And it does go all the way into May as well for our study hall rotations. It's important to note that we want to see you be successful. If you have any questions about this presentation or anything else, please see an administrator, counselor, teacher, any kind of staff member. We do want to make this year very successful. And so we are hoping that these two things, the flex time and the study hall, are two things that you can use to your advantage. So have a good conversation in your class here about some of the ways that you can leverage these opportunities to be successful.